cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Green jack.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Strike. Check. Strike. Mega.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Come on, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Slot man moves right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but have to think.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A handoff running left is Gibson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down, here's Gibson again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Once more, Gibson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson here running out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. The tight end in motion right. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll drop to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chase Claypool with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 40 yards. And the Commanders are back within a couple of the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. On the move pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that, could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodrigo Blankenship, and the Colts field goal unit comes on. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Blankenship's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Rolling to his right. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
He'll drop to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's complete. Again, now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. Room here to run. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
A good opening drive to start this third quarter, but ultimately it's going to be an unfruitful one as they give it away. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
Touchdown, Colts.
Chase Claypool
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going to try and throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, but ultimately fell incomplete. It caused a few anxious moments for the guy swinging it. He's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and throw for it here. And Marshall's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Garner. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
He's got Gibson on the out route.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down at 4. Second down and a run by Robinson.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Ready.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Back to throw. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Colts 23-yard line.
Back to throw again. And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Montreal Championship.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up second in the at the 24-yard line.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 35.
That's good. So Mariners, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
10 more yards.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Now left side on the swing pass. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, it's Taylor. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Taylor. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lloyd.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Right, 97. Black under. Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Hurry!
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
On the double.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
Black shot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be
when the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like,